Hello everyone, welcome to Narayana IAS. I am Akhil Rajratnam. So in today's session, we will be discussing a very important topic from ancient history, that is Sangam Age. So in today's session, we will be discussing regarding what Sangam Age is, what is the time period of Sangam Age, what are the characteristic features of Sangam Age, what led to the decline of Sangam Age, is there in foreign accounts of Sangam Age. All these things will be detailedly discussed in this particular session. Okay, so without further delay, let's move on to session. We'll start with the time period of Sangam Age itself. So Sangam Age refers to the period between 300 BC and 300 AD in South India. That is 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD in South India. When they are talking about South India, it is predominantly in the parts of parts of Tamil Nadu and Kerala, parts of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Okay, so this period is very important. Something specific should be there in this particular period, right? For example, arts, literature, architecture, everything flourished in South India during this Sangam Age. So that is actually the significance of Sangam Age. Now let's understand why it is known as Sangam. Sangam means what? Sangam literally means assembly or gathering. Assembly or gathering. So who is gathering here? Poets will be there, scholars will be there, bards will be there, even kings will be there, and even people from the common mix of like agricultural workers there. So all these people will be gathering. So there will be some reason why they are actually gathering, right? So they were gathering to have involved in intellectual discussions. They will be compiling poetry. They will be discussing regarding the culture of that area. So all these things will be done during this Sangam. So that is the significance of Sangam. Even though Sangam is having many things related to arts will be there, architecture will be there, but the most important thing or the most famous one regarding Sangam is the Sangam literature. So what is the significance of the Sangam literature? It provides valuable insights into the political, social and economic life of ancient South India. For example, what is political life of South India? Political life of South India means who are the rulers in that particular period? Who are the rulers in that particular period? What was the type of administration which was there in that particular period? So that is political. Social means what was the social strata of that period? What was the social strata of that period? Uh, is there any Varna system? Was there how the position of how was the position of women? What was the religion which was prominent during that period? So all these things will be coming under the social aspect of life. And also we have the economic aspect of life. Economic aspect of life means what were the occupation of the people, like were they involved in agriculture, what were the crops which they were using, were there any trade relation with different countries. All these things will be coming under the economic life of South India. So even though it is a literature, it will be having poetry will be there, novels will be there, all these things will be there, but here through that we will be getting the idea regarding what is the political structure, what is the social structure and what is the economic life of ancient South India. So that is the significance of Sangam Age. If you want to compare it with some other this kind of period, maybe you can compare it with the classical Greek period, you know, right? Athens and all, how Athens flourished. People like Socrates, people like Plato, all these people were part of the classical Greek period only. So this is also something like that only, which was there in India, southern, to be specific, southern part of India. So the Sangam flourished in three phases only. It was not just Sangam was not going on in a single go. It flourished in three phases only. So we can call it as first Sangam, second Sangam, and third Sangam. So related to first Sangam, what was there in first Sangam? First Sangam means there is no proper records regarding the Sangam happened. Why? Because you know it is considered as a mythical gathering only. Mythical gathering only. Why it is considered mythical gathering? Because it is said that gods only preside over the Sangam. Gods preside over the Sangam, and even sage Agastya was also a very important part of this Sangam. So obviously it is kind of like in the legends only, and it is a mythical place only. But one thing which many texts are saying is it happened in Madurai. Madurai is also a place which is mentioned in many Puranas and all related to Madurai Meenakshi temple. All these things are mentioned in many Puranas. So that is why it is said that that Sangam took place in Madurai. So obviously there is no text or records available, and obviously nothing survived also. So that is related to first Sangam. Second Sangam is also something related, something like that only. We don't have proper evidence regarding what happened in this second Sangam also. Some few fragments only. We haven't got any particular specific books regarding the Sangam. We got some few fragments only related to this second Sangam. Again, it is also said that this happened in Kabadapuram. It happened in Kabadapuram. This was the ancient capital of Pandyas. The Pandyas and all we will be discussing in detail later. So this was the ancient capital of Pandyas. So there only the second Sangam happened, and we haven't got any evidence regarding what actually happened during this Sangam. Some fragments we got, and it is believed that that was from this second Sangam. Alright, next one is the third Sangam. When we are saying Sangam literature, we literally mean this third Sangam only. This is the most important and productive period. Most important and productive period. Almost all the texts we have recovered from the Sangam period are from the third Sangam only. Okay, so these texts give us rich information regarding, like I've already mentioned it, like the political life of people, economic life of people, and social life of the people. Two important texts which were compiled during this period is, one is Ettu Thogai. One is Ettu Thogai. Ettu means 8. So it is 8 anthologies. It is 8 anthologies. 8 stories, 8 anthologies, and also Pattu Paattu. Pattu means 10. So it is 10 idylls or even 10 songs also. 10 idylls or 10 songs. So these are the two important literary works we have recovered from the third Sangam. Okay, alright. So it took place in the city of Madurai. Again, this also took place in the city of Madurai. We have proper evidence regarding this was a capital of the later capital of the Pandyas, and we have proper evidence that this third Sangam actually happened. Okay, so that is regarding the three phases of Sangam. It is also known as Muchangam. It is also known as Muchangam. Muchangam means three Sangam. That is Muchangam. Okay, Muchangam means three phases of Sangam literature. Alright. Now let's go deeper into the Sangam literature. If you take all the literature which was compiled during this Sangam period, we can actually divide them into two themes. One is Aham, and next one is Puram. Akam or Aham means inside. Puram means outside. Akam means inside. Puram means outside. So what is there inside us? It will be the personal and emotional experience. It will be the personal and emotional experience. That will be Aham or Akam. Okay. So for example, this Kurtongai, it is dealing with love. It is a second book in the 8 anthologies, Ettu Thogai. Okay, so this is Kuruntogai. Kuruntogai is dealing with love. So obviously love is something which is coming from our emotional experience only, right? So that is Aham. That is Aham, and we have Puram also. Puram means something which is based on external actions only. For example, this Purananur. Purananur is dealing with the praise. Purananur is having the praise of a king, praise of a Pandyan king. So, what does this Puram mean? Puram meaning heroic actions will be there, related to war will be there, praises of kings will be there, what the king will be doing. All these things will be coming under this Puram. So, Aham means inner self, Puram means a valor, heroism. All these things will be coming under Puram. Now, let's see the three important epics which were compiled during the Sangam period. One is Tirukkural. One is Tirukkural. Tirukkural was written by the poet Thiruvalluvar. Tirukkural was written by the poet Thiruvalluvar. Tirukkural was written by Thiruvalluvar. Okay. So, even it is also known as Tamil Veda. It is also known as Tamil Veda. Why it is known as Tamil Veda? What is Veda? Veda is a philosophical text only, right? This Tirukkural is also a philosophical text. It is talking regarding ethics. Another famous book which is talking regarding ethics is Bhagavad Gita. So it is sometimes compared with Bhagavad Gita also. Okay, so that is Tirukkural. Tirukkural written by Thiruvalluvar. It is also known as Tamil Veda. Next one is Silappadigaram. Silappadigaram was written by a Jain monk. Silappadigaram was written by a Jain monk, Ilangu Adigal. Ilangu Adigal was a Jain monk. He wrote Silappadigaram. Silappadigaram is a story of Kannagi, Kovalan and Madhavi. Kannagi, Kovalan and Madhavi, basically it is having, the themes will be like love will be there, revenge will be there, seeking justice will be there. All will be coming under, all will be covered under this Silappadigaram. It's a story only. Okay. Next one is Manimekhale. Basically, Manimekhale is a sequel of Silappadigaram. I already told you, right? The main characters of Silappadigaram are Kannagi, and Kovalan and Madhavi. So Manimekale is actually the daughter of Kannagi and Kovalan and Madhavi. So this is revolving around the this story, and it was written by Satyanar. Sattasai Satyanar. Satyanar. Okay. So Satyanar was a Buddhist monk. Satyanar was a Buddhist monk. So in this Manimekale book, even many things related to Buddhist philosophy can also be seen. So that is Satyanar. Sorry, that is Manimekale written by Satyanar. So these are the most important books in Sangam literature. Next one, let's see which all were the major kingdoms during the Sangam period. So we had three important kingdoms which were ruling in the three different parts of South India. First one is Cheras. First one is Cheras. The Cheras. Cheras were having this bow and arrow as their symbol. They were having Karur as their capital. They were ruling from Karur. Karur. Mostly the area will be this area. Western part of Tamil Nadu. The western part of Tamil Nadu and parts of Kerala that were ruled by the Chera kings. Other than that, we had Chola. Chola. This is said to be one of the powerful rulers. Even later also we had a Chola period that we called as Imperial Cholas. Okay. The Cholas were having tiger as their symbol. Tiger as their symbol, and they were ruling with Urayur. They were ruling with Urayur as their capital. It will be in the modern day Tiruchirappalli. Okay. So Cholas were ruling in the northern part as well as the central part of this Tamil Nadu, present day Tamil Nadu. Next we have the Pandyas. Next we have the Pandyas. So this Pandyas were ruling with Pandyas were ruling in the southern part of Tamil Nadu with Madurai as their capital. With Madurai as their capital. Okay. So Chera, Chola, Pandya. Capitals are like Karur, Urayur and Madurai. These were the capitals of these dynasties. Okay. They were combinedly known as Moovendar. These three kings were known as Moovendar. Moovendar means three crowned kings. Moovendar means three crowned kings. That is Moovendar. Okay. Next one. Next we will see what are the important key facts which we can take from these three dynasties. Some important rulers, what was their contribution? In quick points we will be mentioning. Alright, so let's take Chera itself. This is Chera. First one is Chera. So the most important ruler in the Chera dynasty was Senguttuvan. Senguttuvan was the most important ruler of Chera. So why Senguttuvan is important? Because of his military prowess. Because of his military prowess as well as the patronage which he has given to arts. So that is why Senguttuvan is important. Even Silappadigaram was combined during the period of Senguttuvan only. Ilango Adigal is the brother of this Senguttuvan. That kind of mention is also there. So that is Senguttuvan. So during this Chera period, one of the most important port of the Cheras were in Muziris. Many evidence regarding Cheras we got it from Muziris only, especially the trade they have with Indo-Roman. This is in the Malabar coast. This is in the Malabar coast. Even many Roman coins were recovered from this Muziris only. Now it is a sunken city only. We won't be able to find Muziris now, but that area is still there in Kerala. Okay, so Kerala is known to be the land of spices. So obviously spice trade was there. Even when you take the later period also, you can see like Vasco da Gama and all landed in Kerala, especially for the trade of spices. Even pearls was there. Ivory was also one of the important trade material in during the Chera period. Okay. All right. Next one regarding Chola. Chera is over. Next one regarding Chola. One of the most prominent kings during the Chola period is Karigala Chola. Karigala Chola was one of the most prominent kings during Chola period. So he is also known for its military prowess as well as this patronage to the arts only. One of the important architectural marvels which was done by Karigala Chola was Kallanai Dam. It was Kallanai Dam. It's also known as the Grand Anicut. Kallanai Dam. It's also known as the Grand Anicut. So, what is the significance of this? This is the fourth. If you are taking the world, this is the fourth oldest dam in the world. Fourth oldest dam in the world. It has survived for more than 2000 years itself, and this is the oldest dam in India. So that is the significance of this Kallanai Dam. Still it is surviving only. And again, Cholas also had a very important port, that is Puhar, or also known as Kaveri Patnam or Kaveri Poopanam. Again, there also we can see the what all things they were trading with, which all other dynasties they were having relations also. Okay, all right. So next one, another important feature is like development of temple architecture. Development of temple architecture, that also happened during Chola. If you are taking the later Chola or the imperial Chola, you can see it like Dravidian style of temple architecture. South India, the most prominent temple architecture is Dravidian style of temple architecture. So that reached the peak during this imperial Chola period. This is the earlier Chola only, but still this is also very important, just mentioning it only. Okay. So if you are coming to Pandya, one of the most prominent king during the Pandya period is Neduncheyan. Neduncheyan is one of the most important king during Pandya period. He had many battles. He successfully won many battles with the other two counterparts. So like that, he is very famous. Again, Madurai became a cultural capital of the entire South India. So you can see it like two sangams happened during this Pandya period in Madurai only, and also the other second sangam was also in the Pandyan territory only. So obviously, Madurai was a cultural capital. Even Pandyans also gave great patronage to arts, architecture. The later period and all, during Nayaka period, we have Madurai Meenakshi temple like that. Now also Madurai is a cultural capital. Okay. Again, one of the important ports during this Pandya period is Korkai port. Korkai port is having pearl fishing is also there in Korkai port. Okay. All right. So that's it regarding the three major kingdoms. Now let's see what is actually the social structure which was prevalent during the Sangam period. Social structure which was prevalent during the Sangam period. So first regarding the divisions of the society, Varna system, Varna system, it is like, even in North India also Varna system was prevalent. Here Varna system will be first, in the top class Brahmins will be coming, after that Kshatriyas will be coming, and after that Vaisyas will be coming, and after that Shudras will be coming. So this was the social structure or the Varna system which was uh, prevalent during the Sangam period. But not just this one, even other class hierarchy was also there during the Sangam period. For example, even in the top class, in the ruling class itself, there were divisions with it. Velirs were the major chieftains were known as Velirs. These terms are important. Why? Because sometimes these questions can be asked regarding what this is, and maybe options will be what in accordance with Sangam period, what does Velir meaning, and after that 4 options will be. So like that also questions can be asked. Next one, Kurunila Manna. Kurunila Manna means minor chieftains or minor kings were known as Kurunila Manna. So this is in the top class only, division in the top class. Next, regarding the position of women, how women were treated during this Sangam period. So regarding the position of women, women were given some upper hand during Sangam period. Women were not that much discriminated. Later period and all it changed, but still during this Sangam period, women were given some upper hand. We even had women poets also. One is the famous women poet Avvaiyar. Avvaiyar was one of the most important women poets during that period. And also Kannagi was worshipped. Kannagi, I already mentioned Kannagi, that in Silappadigaram, it is actually the story of Koval and Kannagi and Madhavi. Kannagi is said to be a form of Devi. So Kannagi worship was also, Vannabi worship also became prominent during the this Sangam period. And coming to religion, Hinduism was there, but still during this period, Jainism and Buddhism became prominent. I already mentioned it, like Silappadigaram was written by Ilango Adigal, who was a Jain monk. So Jainism was very much popular, and also Buddhism. Manimekalai was written by Saptanar. He was a Jain monk. So obviously, in that particular book itself, we can see reference regarding Buddhism also. So like that way, also many of the South India, including Kerala, Tamil Nadu and all, we could many Buddhist and Jain structures were there. What happened in the later period was they were converted to Hindu temples. That's why if you come to Tamil Nadu, if you come to the South India nowadays, you won't be able to see much Jain or Buddhist architecture. Okay, so that is regarding the social structure of this uh, Sangam period. Next, we have got some foreign accounts regarding Sangam. Also, Sangam, both Sangam as well as the South Indian kingdoms. Also, one is from Pliny Elder and Claudius Ptolemy. Pliny Elder and Claudius Ptolemy. They were Roman scholars. They were Roman scholars. They were Roman scholars. So they have written regarding the trade relation between Rome and the South Indian kingdom, especially the Movendra and all were mentioned in this Pliny's and Ptolemy's records. Okay, so that is another important book regarding this, which said regarding the South India is the Periplus of Erythraean Sea. Periplus of Erythraean Sea. Again, this is regarding travel routes were there, South Indian kings were there, what were the export items, all these things were mentioned in this Periplus of Erythraean Sea. This was written by the language is Greek, but the person was an Egyptian who speaks Greek. He only wrote, we don't know who the author is, but still, that is regarding this Periplus of Erythraean Sea. Okay, now let's see what led to the decline of the Sangam period. What led to the decline of Sangam period? Basically, you know, right, we had three kings were there, that is Chera, Chola and Pandya. They were not in friendly relation. They were always fighting. They were always fighting for many reasons. One was like the Kaveri region. The Kaveri region was very much strategic as well as very much economically important. So for that also they fought. That also they fought, and also for expanding for many things they were fighting. For example, in this book, Purananur, in this book, Purananur, Purananur is Puram textually. Puram, you know, right? Puram means which is praising the king or heroic worship. Okay, so that is actually praising Nedunjayan. That is actually praising Nedunjayan. Nedunjayan is a Pandyan king. Nedunjayan is a Pandyan king. So it is actually praising Nedunjayan. Okay, and also another reason for the decline is loss of overseas trade. Loss of overseas trade with Roman Empire. With the Roman Empire. Why we lost? Because Roman Empire declined. The 3rd century and all, Roman Empire declined, and slowly we lost the connection with Roman Empire. Later it was replaced by this Arabs and Persians also. So all this led to the decline of that was another reason which led to the decline. Even we got Roman coins from the Sangam ports and all. Okay. Another thing is Calabra invasion. Calabras were people who came from outside Tamil Nadu. So they invaded this. They invaded this South Indian kingdom, especially the Pandyan and Chola region. And after that, it was actually a dark period in the South Indian history. We don't know what exactly happened after the Kalabra period. We haven't got any records also. So that is also one reason for decline of the Sangam age. Another one is the rise of Bhakti movement. Rise of Bhakti movement. Ideally, if the rise of Bhakti movement should be part of Sangam age, and it should be making it better. But what happened was like again two sects happened, that is Vaishnavism and Shaivism. So they fought in between. They fought between to highlight their ideology. Vaishnavites said their ideology is higher, Shaivites said their ideology is higher. So there was an ideological conflict between these two movements. So that also led to the decline of this Sangam age. Okay. Alright, so that's it regarding Sangam age. Hope you have got an idea regarding what Sangam age is, what is the time period of Sangam age, what are the characteristics of Sangam age, which were the important dynasties who ruled over Sangam age, and obviously what led to the decline of Sangam age. So that's it for today. So stay tuned for more such videos.